What's up, everyone? Today's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you and have a good day. I hope some of y'all are watching some Star Wars movies or reading a little bit of Star Wars books. Um, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I will be reading The Courtship of Princess Leia. I already started a little bit. This was on my TBR anyway, so it works out perfect for me. But today I wanted to talk about going over my top four favorite Star Wars books so far. I've only read about 17 or 18. Uh, by this point of this year, when I started my Star Wars obsession, I meant to be at about 30 by now. But I kind of just got sidetracked with Star Trek and other stuff. But I'm gonna try to get those numbers up to 30 by September, October-ish. But before we get into the top four, I wanted to talk about one of the books that I'm super excited to get to on my TBR. I'm excited to get to all the Star Wars books on my TBR, but the one I really want to get to, since I just finished Solo Command from the Wraith Squadron in the X-Wing series, which will be the review will be uploaded Wednesday for Solo Command, and you're about to see it in this video. A spoiler, but I'm really excited to get to Stackpole's Izzard's Revenge. I actually sent an offer. He wrote BattleTech books, and I sent an offer out on his BattleTech, his first trilogy in the BattleTech universe. I have no idea what the hell BattleTech is, but I looked it up, and the almighty master of the universe, Google, said that yes, you can read his BattleTech books without knowing about the universe. So I'll take Google's word for it, and that's not much. Okay, so before we get to the top four, I wanted an honorable mention. I guess I could have just made it a top five, but it wasn't like I didn't love it so much that it needed to be top. But I did love a couple of stories in it, and that's Tales from Jabba's Palace. I'm not a short story guy whatsoever, but A Boy and His Monster, the Rancor Keeper's Tale was great. Um, let's see. Sleight of Hand, The Tale of Mara Jade was great by Timothy Zahn. Which, if you are reading, if you're gonna read the Thrawn trilogy, I highly recommend you pick up. Excuse me. You pick up this short story, The Tale of Mara Jade, and read it before the Thrawn trilogy. There's a few other ones that I really liked in this book, so, but those two are the ones I remember the most. Oh, Skin Deep, The Fat Dancer's Tale, that was a great one. There was a lot of good ones. So, honorable mention. I'm not a short story guy, but I did enjoy that book. Okay, and then as far as covers go, Star Wars has some of the best covers of all time. But my favorite one, I got to go with Shadows of Mindor. I didn't particularly like the book. You know, it wasn't my favorite at all, but look at that cover. I love the cover. I did like the premise of the book. Honestly, if I ever finish the Legends, the expanded universe, I'll go back and reread this one to see how I think of it a second time. But with that being said, I can't think of any other honorable mentions because I haven't read enough yet. All of the X-Wing series is great, so you're gonna see two of the books from there, and then the whole Thrawn trilogy is amazing. So pretty much everything I've read for Star Wars, aside from the Bounty Hunter trilogy, I didn't really care for that, but whatever. If you're a Boba Fett fan, you probably that'd be your most favorite thing. But at number four, we have Solo Command. I just finished this one on May 2nd. I loved it. It was absolutely awesome, and the review will drop on Wednesday the 6th. But yeah, this one was just a great time, and having Han Solo, he was in there as a general. He didn't like being a general, and I had a great time. I'm trying to keep my hair away from me. It's still all messy from work. I haven't showered yet. I wanted to make this video. So yeah, Solo Command. I loved it. It was such a fun time. So highly recommend that one. You got to read the X-Wing series in order. And then at number at number three, we have the Truce at Bakura. This one was super awesome. Funny thing is, I don't really remember what it was about. It was right as it takes immediate. It happens immediately after the events of Return of the Jedi. Darth Vader's dead. Oh, the little T-Rex, the dinosaur-looking dudes One of them's they're trying to like, one of them's basically like a Jedi, and it's a pretty good book. You know what I mean? The rebellion has to make a truce with the lingering empire, and to try to take out these dinosaur looking things. And of course, there's a lot of betrayal and backstabbing and all that stuff. But that's a good one. And then the entire Thrawn trilogy is great. I loved every single one. But my favorite is the one I read as a kid, not knowing it was part of a trilogy. And then when I got back into it, I read it again, Dark Force Rising. I wish I had the OG covers. I really need to pick them up and get the mass market because I can't stand the trade paperback size, but whatever. I still like this cover quite a bit. And let's see, who did the cover art on this one? Timothy Zahn wrote quite a bit of Star Wars books. I'm going to have to go through all of them. We don't get any... We don't get any... Whoever did the cover, I don't know. You'd have to Google it. Oh, book design by Edwin Vasquez. So cool. I do like these covers of this format of the books, but I much rather, it's the size. I'd rather have the mass market. But anyways, so my number one favorite Star Wars book, I think by now, is Matthew Stackpole's, and just this cover is just fabulous. It's so well done. And let's see, who did this cover? This one just says Lucasfilm. Oh, Paul Yule. The Bacta War by Matthew A. Stackpole. He's one of my favorite authors. His 4 Star Wars books that I've read so far just blew my mind. The Rogue Squadron series and the X-Wing stuff. They just blew my mind, and I can't wait to read Azar's Revenge. I can't wait to get to iJedi, also by him. I can't wait to read some of his Battletech stuff. I also saw he has some, like, horror books. A few horror. Horror. So... Oh, and he has quite a bit of fantasy, which Jonathan Cohn over at his channel speaks highly of. So I'm loving Matthew A. Stackpole's writing. It flows so good. You can read it so fast and retain all of it. And that's how I select my favorite authors. But I want to read a few more books by him and a few other authors before I make a favorite authors list. But yeah, that's my top 4 Star Wars books so far out of 17 or 18 books I've read so far. It might even be 16. I don't know. We got Solo Command, The Truce at Bakura, whatever. Timothy Zahn's Dark Force Rising, part of the Thrawn trilogy. And then Matthew A. Stackpole's X-Wing, The Bacta War, part of the Rogue Squadron series and the X-Wing series. So, that was a mouthful. But that's the video today, guys. Happy May the 4th. And if you celebrate into tomorrow, Revenge of the 5th is upon us. So... keep it going. Star Wars is great. I'm glad I'm back into my Star Wars mood. Later.